Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am very excited because today it's going to be all about the speed reviews. This is my monthly favorites and hate-its where I'm going to go through all of the products that I've been testing and trying, and I'm going to tell you what I think of these. Some of these products I've been trying for a couple of weeks. Some of these I've been trying for 6 weeks, maybe even longer, but it's just a bunch of products that I've been testing and I'm ready to give you my full thoughts, review. Some of these things not so great, some of these things favorites. We're going to talk about it and everything in between. If you are new here, I want to say, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, speed reviews, we are here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today because I upload lots and lots and lots of new videos every single week, but we have so much to talk about today, so let's jump into it. I do want to remind you that there will be no eyeshadow palette reviews in this video. I usually review those on their own and I do it in a more ranking style video. So if you're wondering about ranking palettes, anything like that, make sure you subscribe because I like to really put palettes to the test and then rank and review them in one separate video. But let's start off with the MAC Stranger Things collection. I'm a big Stranger Things fan. I was sick when the new season dropped and binge watched the whole season in one day. I cannot wait for the next drop on July, but let's talk about the MAC collection. I had to buy it all because the packaging for this collection was killer. Now I do have a whole video up showing 2 different looks, swatches, my thoughts, that type of stuff on these products, but I want to kind of talk to you now that I've tried them a lot. These blushes were really a standout in that collection for me. Both of these are so beautiful. I'm actually wearing this one today. This is the Hawkins blush in Friends Don't Lie. First of all, we have the cool Hellfire Club logo right there. This is the blush that I have on today. It's so beautiful, but my favorite blush, like if I could only pick one, it would be this one, He Likes It Cold. It's a red blush, and in the video where I'm testing out this collection, I do apply it pretty heavily, but I've worn it since then, and I've worn it more sheerly, just a little bit brushed on, and it creates such a beautiful flush to the cheeks. I not only love the packaging, but MAC just makes really pretty complexion products, and these blushes are that great MAC blush formula that I know and love. Now let's talk about the lip glosses from the collection. I did buy all of these and I tried them all on my lips in my video, so you can definitely check that out for lip swatches. I love these all. I'm wearing one of these today. I'm wearing this one from the Hawkins side, and this is in the shade Wild Wheeler. So I have that on. But if I could only pick one of these, I love this one. This is Marvelous Max. It's a sheer yellow gloss with a little bit of sparkle. It's very special. It's different. It's unique in my collection. It's a very cool product. So if I could only pick one blush, it would be the He Likes It Cold right here, and it would be the Marvelous Max gloss. But if you like the MAC lip gloss formula, you will really like these. I think they're super cool. They're super fun. As a fan of the show, I've also really enjoyed the packaging, but of course the product inside is really great too. Okay, the last things to come from that MAC collection were these 2 brushes. Now this brush is very good for bronzer. That's how I like to apply it. It's big. I can really kind of bronze up the cheeks. It reminds me a lot of a Sigma brush I have. MAC makes amazing quality brushes. I have some brushes that I've purchased from MAC that have lasted me 10-15 years. They wash well, they dry well. I have washed these multiple times use them a ton, but if I could only pick one, it would actually be this eye brush, the Hawkins eye brush. Of course, it's cool and everything like that. I'm trying to set this brush back down, but the brush is actually really nice too. I've used this for mattes in the crease. I've used this for packing shimmers all over the lid. I just think this is a really good like multifunctional brush. It holds up really nice. I've probably washed this 4 or 5 times since getting it, and I find myself spot cleaning it a lot because I'm just reaching for it and using it to create different looks. Okay, I also tried some things from Laura Lee Los Angeles these past few weeks. I placed an order. I did a whole video testing out the brand. I bought a palette and some other things. So I'm ready to talk about those products now. And first up, I know these are not new. This video is going to have products that just released, and we're also going to have some stuff that are just new to me. But just because it's not brand new on the market, I still want to review it for y'all. So this Glazed Lit Kit highlighter palette is beautiful. I have the one in light to medium. Again, I have a whole video on this. But wow, these highlighters are beautiful. They feel so like smooth to the touch. I won't say creamy, but they definitely feel very smooth and luxurious. I just really, really like these. I also like that we have different tones in this one palette. There are 2 different palettes. Again, I bought the light to medium one, so there is one for deeper skin tones, but I really like that we get a bright highlighter, one that's a little less bright than this one. We get a pinky tone here, so you can use it as a pink highlighter, of course, or as a blush topper. And then I like that we get a bronzy tone as well, because you can use that as a bronzer topper, or if you just kind of want an all over bronzy look. The formulas in here are beautiful, and I mean, these pan sizes are huge. Like, these are full size highlighters in here, and it really, really makes me curious to try more from the brand. I also bought the Blush Aesthetic Blush Palette. Now, I've heard so many good things about this, and I have to say, it feels very nice and luxurious, like it's kind of weighted, and then when I open it inside, there is a nice mirror, but the blushes are absolutely beautiful. So we do have some pretty pink tones, some kind of mauve, berry, orange, corally tones, a little nude right there. And then there is also a really nice highlighter that's very smooth, and it's a little bit more of a sheer highlight. So if you don't want the intensity of this palette, you want something a little more sheer and subtle, this does have a really nice highlight that works for me, and I feel like it'll work for a lot of different skin tones. It's just really beautiful. I really enjoy blush palettes because I think it's fun to mix and match and kind of create a custom shade. So I've really been enjoying that one. The other things I tried from Laura Lee, I did try an eyeshadow palette, but like I said, that will be in a different video. I did buy one of her, I don't know if you would call these lip kits. No, because they didn't come together. Okay, I just bought a liquid lipstick and I bought a lip gloss. Really like this. I'm actually wearing this liquid lipstick underneath that MAC gloss today. It's very nude. I picked a color that was a little too light for me. I have the color... Oh, I don't see it. I don't see it on here. Check out my Laura Lee video if you're curious. But the gloss I have is in E-Bug. It's very pretty, very sheer, very sparkly. Overall, I really like the things I tried from Laura Lee Los Angeles. Whenever there's a new launch, I'm definitely going to keep my eye on it. Probably buy it if it's something that's interesting to me at all. Because so far, everything I've tried from the brand, I really like. Okay, let's just go ahead and talk about the worst product I have tried this year. And a lot of people were really mad at me because I did not like this. This is the Refi Skin Finish Water-Based Powder. I have the shade 1. When I was looking on the Refi website, they had shade 1 that they said was for warmer skin tones and shade 2 that they said was for cooler skin tones. It was a little more pink-based. This is a water-type powder. It says it's water-based. Years ago, Becca came out with something that is very, very similar, but that wasn't quite as awful as this. I know some people love that Becca water powder. If that is you, listen, if you love it, I love it for you. But for me, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. A lot of people in the video, listen, I tried this in a video. It completely lifted the foundation with a brush, with a sponge, everything. It did not work, and it left my skin kind of, it just felt weird. I had to take my makeup off, reapply it. A lot of people in the comments were super mad at me saying, oh, you can't use an oil-based foundation with a water-based powder. Listen, I know that. Listen, I got it, okay? Like, I know that. I know that. I know some science, okay? The foundation I used was not an oil-based foundation. I am an oily skinned girl. This powder just didn't work for me. If you love it, I love it for you. This is not for me. Worst product I have tried all year by far. Just the absolute worst. But if you love it, more power to you. Okay, I've tried a lot of things from Makeup by Mario recently, and let me just tell you, I've kind of slept on the brand. I'm going to admit it. A lot of these are not new launches, but I want to talk to you about these because, man, this brand like has some amazing stuff. First up, let's talk about lip liners. I bought 2 lip liners from the Makeup by Mario brand. I have Almond and Toasty. Love these lip pencils. Now, I will say there's like this little brush thing at the end. I don't care about that. I don't use that ever, really. But I understand like a makeup artist may want that. Maybe just not on a pencil. It could be hard to wash. I don't get it. But the lip liners themselves, I love. They're creamier than a MAC lip pencil, but they're not... They're creamier than a MAC pencil, but they're not as creamy as a Colourpop lip liner is the best way I can describe them. They go on very smooth and they stay in place. These are a new favorite. Y'all, I have found some new favorites this month, and I'm so excited about it. I feel like I have some big hits and some big misses in this video. But other things I tried from Mario this month are his blushes. I bought 3 new shades. Well, they're not new shades, new to me shades. So first up, I bought the shade Poppy Pink. I also bought the shade Mellow Mauve. And then last blush I bought was Creamy Peach. These are beautiful blushes. I feel like I can pick these up on a brush. I can pick up a little and I can blend them out. They look very nice. Or I can build them up and get more intense pigment. Either way, I get a beautiful look. They blend very easily. I've never had that issue where I just have like a stripe of blush and I'm working hard to blend it out. They also wear super duper well. So at the end of the day, I still have some blush on my cheeks. They look really, really beautiful. I'm so enjoying those from Makeup by Mario. And then I also bought one of his powder bronzers. So this is the Soft Sculpt bronzer. I bought the shade Light Medium and it is beautiful. This is the powder bronzer that I'm wearing today. Again, I can really go in with my brush and build this up, or I can sheer it out and make it a little bit lighter. I just really, really, really like this. I can't believe I've only tried a few things from his brand, but now I kind of want to try everything. The other things from Makeup by Mario that I've tried, I'm ready to review. I've been testing these out. I did do a video showing you how I apply these. I have the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, and I also have the, the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector. Now, I've seen a few comments of people being confused, like, why is he launching a new cream bronzer, a new powder product? He already has products like this in his line. But listen, all cream bronzers aren't the same. So I understand a makeup brand having multiple formulas of cream bronzers in their line. And this is marketed to be something kind of sheer, weightless, very glowy on the skin, whereas that's not really how his stick cream bronzers are marketed. So this is a completely different product. This is very emollient. It's a very creamy. When I put it on the skin, it is sheer, but it's not a super lightweight formula. Like when I put it on, you can kind of feel the tack. I always set my face with powder because I'm oily, but I do go in with a bit more powder to make sure this dries down. And it does give this kind of sheen, glossy, dewy look to the skin that not not all other cream bronzers do. So this is a different type of formula for me. If you have dry skin, I think you will really like this because it's gonna make you look nice and glowy and dewy and hydrated. For me with oily skin, I just have to be careful that I really set this down, but I think it looks super beautiful. And then last up, the Skin Perfector. This is not just a powder bronzer. This is completely different than the powder bronzer that I talked about earlier. This one is very glowy. I think you can definitely use this bottom part to set your bronzer if you want to. Use this more as like a glowy highlight, very, very, very subtle. But for me, I use this as kind of an all-over finishing powder. So these are definitely new, different products to his line. It's not just repackaged and renamed things that he already has. This I like a lot, but I will say, is it something I'm going to reach for all the time? Probably not, because the NYX High Glass finishing powder, not illuminating powder, finishing powder, is like $8 on the NYX site. It's a little more glowy, and I just like the way it performs a bit better. I'm going to keep using that one for Mario because I do think it does look really beautiful, but it's just hard to compare when I do have a drugstore favorite that is so much more inexpensive. I will link all of the things I'm talking about down below in the description box, so check there if you're curious. And when I link this, I'll also link the NYX High Glass powder that I'm talking about as well. Okay, let's talk about this Natasha Denona Skin Glass Hydrating Primer Serum. I said in the video where I'm showing this applied that there was a little drama around this, but I think everything got worked out. I don't think Natasha Denona violated any trademarks, anything like that. This is a really beautiful primer. This is very glowy. I have oily skin. I love to look glowy, but I don't want to look oily. So I have tried this with different foundations now. I've tried it with my NARS Soft Matte, my Natasha Denona Foundation X, my Pat McGrath Sublime Skin, all foundations that work so well on me, especially in this Mississippi summer heat and humidity that we're having. I think this is really, really beautiful. But if you have oily skin, you have to like glowy skin to like this. I really do. At about the 8-hour mark, I was very glowy, but not oily. It was just very beautiful on the skin. But after 8 hours, I did feel like I had to blot just a little bit. So I think I'm gonna like this most during the fall, winter, when it's a little cooler, not quite as humid outside. But I think it looks so beautiful. It made my skin look very glowy and plump and beautiful. It's probably not a foundation that I'll wear when I need my makeup to wear 16 hours, something like that if you're having a full work day. But it's definitely a primer that I'll reach for date nights, things like that, where I'm wearing my makeup for about 8 hours or so. Overall, I really enjoy it. I'm super happy with my purchase. It's very glowy. It's just very hydrating, and it feels super nourishing and, I don't know, just very refreshing and pretty on the skin. Okay, let's talk about some of the new products from Colourpop. I bought the entire Star Wars collection, and I want to just give really quick thoughts on these. The Jelly Matte Shadows, I love. This is not a new to me formula, so it's easy for me to tell you I really like these cream shadows. I think they're super nice. Same with the lip glosses. Where is the other one? Here. Okay, I bought both of the lip glosses. These are the Luxe formula, I believe is what they're called. Elite Star Wars. Yes, I really like these. I think they're super nice. Really good drugstore gloss. And the same with the lipsticks. These are the Cream Luxe lipsticks. I bought all three. I think they're super beautiful. They're that same formula that I really enjoy. Now these little liquid liners, whoops, I'm knocking stuff over. I have these liquid liners right here. These are the graphic ink liners. I think these are decent, not my favorite formula. I don't reach for a liquid liner for like a metallic wing all that often, so I haven't used those very much, but if you like that type of product, I do think those are nice. I also bought this from Colourpop. This is the Talk to the Palm Pressed Powder Bronzer. On me, this had a weird undertone, maybe a little too cool toned, not warm enough. I did order the new bronzers that Colourpop launched. I want to try that formula. I want to try those shades. This I don't think is bad. It just didn't look the best on me. This is not a new product. This launched so long ago, but when I was ordering other stuff, I decided to test this out, and I don't love it. So I think I'm going to pass it on to somebody else. You'll probably see it in a future declutter. But I did order the new bronzers. Very excited about those. Odins also had a big launch, and I loved it all. I loved it all. I did a video swatching everything, showing 3 looks. Let's talk about these liners. These are new, like a brand new product to the Odins line. I'm getting tongue-tied. Okay, these are gel liners, and they came in a cool palette. I think that's really nice. And then there are tons of shades in here. I'm going to hold them so that they don't fall. I think these are really, really beautiful. I have to say, the orange in particular, I wore orange in my waterline to work. It stayed all day. It was so beautiful. These are very easy to put in the waterline. They're very creamy, very, very soft, and I really like that because usually when I'm wearing products like this, liners that are colorful, I'm wearing them in the waterline, and I don't want to be pulling and tugging on my waterline. These look so nice, even for lining the upper lash line. They're super duper beautiful, and I really like, one, you can buy these individually, I'm pretty sure, but I like that they let you have the whole set and they put them in a nice container like this. I just think that makes it super organized, very easy to grab for, really, really cool packaging. But let's also talk about these blushes and highlights because I have them all. These were gifted to me from Odins. I don't know if all of these are in stock. I'm pretty sure the palette is sold out. I do have an affiliate code with Odins. It's Heather if you want to save some money if you decide to shop from their site ever. But the packaging alone, these like mirrored acrylic packaging, the sun on the blushes, the moon on the highlighters. I loved the old blushes and highlights Odins I had. I thought they were really nice, but these, they've really stepped it up. They came out with 3 matte blushes and 3 glowy blushes. This one is super glowy. You have a nice deep imprint on here. And I know I said in my video with this collection, the imprint is really in here. So you can use these a ton and you're still gonna have that imprint for a long, long time. I've been using these like crazy. They're so, so beautiful. And the highlighters, those are probably the new favorite. I've been reaching for them so much. They have so many different shades. They're so beautiful. The one I'm wearing today is actually Lavender Dream. And this one is just so intense. It's like this blue, purple, silvery shift that somehow just looks so beautiful. These highlighters do have sparkle to them, which I love. I think it makes things look so nice and wet on the cheeks. But if you're not somebody who likes sparkle, these won't be for you. For me, they are definitely a favorite though. And one like thing that I really love, just attention to detail, is on the back of these, the sticker kind of lets you know what shade is inside. So you see over here, this is Warm Sunshine, so it's a little more yellowy of a sticker, and then Lavender Dream is a more purple sticker. It's just those little details like that that really send things that are like really nice, and I love them, and then you're like, wow, you really paid attention to detail. Like it just puts it on the next level. It kind of pushes it over the top, you know? Okay, new Holy Grail favorite cream bronzer, Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. I'm in the shade number 3. I'm wearing this today. I love this. So this is very like, it's a cream, yes, but it's a very thin formula. It does not feel goopy on the cheeks. Where I talked earlier about how I like that Makeup by Mario cream bronzer, it's very sheer, but you can definitely feel it has that like emollient to it that I think dry skin will love. This, for me, with my oily skin, is so nice because it definitely does dry down a bit more. It's definitely pigmented. You can go in with a fluffy brush, you can go in with a sponge, you can go in with a more dense brush if you really want to be precise in contour. It's just so beautiful, and a little bit goes a long way. It does have this cool swirl. I've already used it so much that the little CT logo is gone, but this pan is huge. I absolutely love this. Like I said, I've been reaching for it. Okay, I tried some things from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I did already review the eyeshadow palette, but I'm now ready to review a couple of the other things I tried. This is the Jaclyn Sheer Medium is the shade, Powder Move Loose Setting Powder. This is really pretty. I used this to set my face today, not my under eyes. I will say medium, I think, is going to be my shade not in summer, but now when I'm outside so much, I've gotten a little bit more of a tan. Listen, I don't use self-tan products. I just get color on my skin. It's genetic. This is a bit light for me, but it does work. Like I said, I made it work today, even though I'm a bit more on the tan side, but I think this is a nice powder. Is it like life-changing for me? No, but I think it's pretty. I'll continue to use it. Now, I don't like this eyeliner. This is the Inline eyeliner, and I bought the shade Smooth Black. To me, this is not smooth. This is one of the eyeliners that I have to put in my waterline and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, just to get the pigment in my waterline. I am wearing a Pat McGrath liner today. I've talked about this being a favorite. This is the Legendary Wear Velvet Icol. One swipe, pigment, it stays all day. It's not that way with this Jaclyn liner. I don't like it. I've made myself use it tons of times so I can really formulate my opinion on it, and it hasn't changed. My first impression was I didn't like it. That's still how I feel now. Okay, I have Ofra Products. Ofra sent me some things, and I've been testing out this Charm Your Cheeks Mini Mix palette. Really like this. Beautiful blushes in here, pigmented, smooth, everything like that. I'm not new to Ofra blushes, just new to this palette. Really, really good quality. Also, this liquid highlighter. This is in the shade Presley. I really like this. It's a beautiful liquid highlighter. The thing with creams and liquids to me is it needs to lay down on my skin and not disturb the products around or underneath it. That is this. It doesn't mess anything up. It's super beautiful, super glowy without being sparkly. Like, you can see the reflectiveness there. Just really, really beautiful, but no shimmer, no sparkle particles, nothing like that. Just a really beautiful liquid highlight. I love makeup. I'm like, more. Give me creams, give me powders, give me liquids, everything. And I've really been enjoying that. I also really like this highlighter. This is the Lotus Blossom highlighter. And I like this packaging, first of all. I like the highlight inside. You can hardly tell because it's so blinding. But it's like this white, yellow, gold, shifty type highlighter. Very, very beautiful. Kind of a duochrome type feel. But it looks so pretty on the cheeks. Okay, let's talk about some products I tried from Dose of Colors. I got sent the Truffle collection to try out. I do now have a code with the Dose of Colors. You can use code Heather to save. I will be reviewing the eyeshadow palette. I really like that. This blush, this Truffle blush, okay, I really like the packaging. I had never tried a Dose of Colors blush, I don't think. I knew I liked their highlighters, so I was excited to try a new cheek product from them. This is very, very light on me. Very light, almost like highlighter-esque. So if you're around my skin tone or deeper, I use this more as a blush topper. So a very pigmented blush underneath, maybe something bright, and then kind of go on top of this with this blush to give it a bit of a sheen. I think if you are lighter than me, you will love this blush though, because the formula is beautiful. It's just the shade that is a bit light for me, but so pretty. I really like this compact. I hope that Dose of Colors will expand their brush line. I know their site has a lot going on right now, like a lot of things on sale, and it looks like maybe they're bringing in some new stuff. So I hope they bring out some more blushes in this packaging, in this formula, just some different shades. Okay, I'll quickly review these lip products. I'm a fan of the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick and the lip gloss. I've been trying it for years, but I never had the shade Truffle. Love this. You've seen me wear this in a lot of my videos, and that's because I love it. It's so beautiful. They've stayed front and center on my desk because I've been reaching for them so much. I also had some lip products sent to me from House of SILLAGE. I was very excited because I never had tried the brand before, but I've heard so many great things. Now, they sent me a lipstick holder, but I like the lipsticks like this. I like this packaging. I think this is very sleek and modern, and I'm here for it. Just silver packaging, but they do come out like this, so you can pop them into the kind of fancy bow type packaging. I am going to show you a couple of my favorite colors. They did send me a bunch, but I've been wearing this shade a ton. This is Lustful. You can see it's kind of this peachy nude shade that I really like. I think is super nice. I also have the shade, I pulled out my 3 favorite ones, but okay, this one is Velvet Nude. Let me show you this shade. Okay, so right here, you can see I kind of like that brown nude type of color. And then the last shade, oh, let me roll this one down. The last shade that I have is, I think, Alpha Female. Not that name's kind of weird, isn't it? Alpha Female right there. So a little bit more on the pinky rose nude side, but I love these. The formula is so nice. It's a matte formula. It sits on the lips so beautifully. It's very opaque. And I also have these lip liners. I really enjoy these lip liners. They're super nice. They're very creamy. I am wearing one today. I think I'm wearing not Nicole's Nude. That's the one I've been reaching for a ton though, but I'm wearing, I think, Envious Nude. Yes. These, like the Makeup by Mario ones, have a brush on one side that I don't really use, but these are very nice. They're very easy to glide on, but they also stay put, and you get a lot of product. I really like the packaging. I think it's super luxurious with the black and gold. It's just really pretty, and I'm really, really liking these. I bought the Sigma Samantha Ravndahl brush set. I'm loving all of the brushes in that set. I think they're beautifully designed, beautiful handles, beautiful shapes, but I wanted to tell you kind of like the 2 standouts. This one right here, the Concealer Blend Kabuki, I've been using for cream bronzer. Beautiful. I love the tapered sides to it. It washes well. It's just really, really pretty. Samantha did a great job on these. And then also the fan brush. Not gonna lie, in the reveal video, Samantha Ravndahl was like, this is a blush brush. And I was like, not for my big face. Like, listen, I have a lot of real estate on my face. My face, like, listen, there's a lot of face to cover. I'm not using this tiny little blush brush. Like, no. And I tried it, and I ate my words because it's amazing. I love it. You can get precise. You can put your blush where you want it to be and not have your blush all over if that's the look you're going for. That's what I was going for today. Just keeping my blush where I want to keep my blush. The brush, I love it. I love these brushes. They're so good. Huge congratulations to Sigma and Samantha. I'm so glad I ordered these on launch day. Last thing I have to talk about is some of these products from the Glamlite Frosted Flakes collection. Now, I can review these super quickly because these are not new to me. Formulas not new to me, brands. The lip liners are new to me, but I really like these. These remind me of the MAC lip liners. I've used them a couple more times, and they still remind me of that MAC lip liner. I'm very happy to have both of those colors. They're very pretty nudes. This Bullet lipstick is also new to me, this formula from Glamlite. It's a very matte lipstick, and it does remind me of MAC matte lipsticks. So see a theme going on here. I like it. I really like it. Nice quality. I also really like the gloss. I've tried Glamlite glosses before. This is the same great formula I expect. And this highlight from Glamlite. I do have a couple of highlighters from Glamlite that I've had from previous collections, but I've only ever had them pressed. This loose highlighter is like beaming, blinding, icy. So beautiful. Listen, There were some hits this month. There were some hits. There were some favorites, like those MAC blushes, some of these Mario products, that Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Like, over the moon in love with these products. And then there were some really bad products, like that water powder. Like, no. So it was kind of all over the place this month. Let me know, do you like these speed reviews? Do you want me to keep this style of video going? I would love to know, what is your favorite product? Even if you're on a no buy, tell me, have you been shopping your stash? And if so, what is the favorite product that you've been using? Maybe you're like me, you've been trying out some things. Let me know the best thing, the worst thing, the in-between things. I want to hear from y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe so you won't miss out on any of my future videos, and I'll see you soon in another one. Bye!